Good morning, London. Hello. How is it going, everyone? Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. So, Asia again made a big move. How's it going? Let's have a look at the 15 minute. Well, actually, Asia did not really make that large of a move if we consider the kill zone between 8 and midnight, right? Because then it's consolidating, but we did the large move right after 6 o'clock until 8. Oh, hey Norik, hey PhD scientist, hello. Um, so London yesterday was a beautiful example, right? We created equal lows in order to manipulate at the London Open, and that was the best move here. It was a beautiful setup. Um, this area being manipulated constantly, and the move at 9:30 exactly to the midpoint of the opening range gap, it was just algorithmically can't do anything better. But then afterwards, yes, it looks like we had all the way up, but it was so slow, the price action. It was really, I mean, I had a good trade here because I already, yeah, it's not, when you can see what London was doing, you're prepared for the New York Open, right? Because you already know well, I was actually doing this here, but I also managed to get a bit of this because this liquidity it was just beautifully created to manipulate into at the open. But also here was a beautiful trade already, right? Just making its way down. But this was, look how clean, exactly to zero point 0.5, exactly. Yeah, just beautiful. Um, it was a beautiful setup after London. But anyway, then price really consolidated. It was hard to trade this area. I looked at it and I did make some money, but it was horrible. It wasn't horrible, but it was really slow, and you have to really get your entry and wait through it. So, but there were still good opportunities, and then the real move came after close, right? So, um, Jerry's asking, looking for longs. What do you think, Jerry? Share your insights. Um, to be honest, I'll be more interested in a short at this moment. Um, and see how price is behaving in this area here. Yeah, I'm looking in this area how we're going to behave, and then I'll hey Chris, we could potentially reject here, or we could just blast off, but I do expect I do see a potential rejection block here, but I'm just going to watch how price is going to behave until 26,440ish, if we can make it there. So I'm going to be very careful with longs at the moment, and if I see strength, um, but potentially we could have hit a rejection block already here. I just want to see. We do have a little gap here, so yeah, I don't know at this moment. If we have a nice pullback and another leg up, maybe. But the thing is that I noticed that a lot of the moves they come between after market close now and then like so. You just have to be more patient and get your intel before just uh just jumping in or just but right now I think we hit a very good level of most likely either for a move to the downside. But if not, if they want to, yeah, New York is not the easy part, Jerry. I agree. It's either the opening trade, and but you have to either position yourself already in pre-market almost, or London. I mean, London gave a lot of intel yesterday. I mean, yeah. So let's get back into the wicks. You guys know I like wicks. Why do I like wicks? Because they tell a story. They are the imbalances that the market needs to imbalance. It's not the liquidity right now. So here, what I'm looking right now here is like, okay, what are we doing in these imbalances? What is the market doing? This candle didn't have a wick. That means, what does that mean? Lack of manipulation. So what does this candle mean? This candle needs a wick. So I don't expect us to go to these highs during London, in all honesty. I expect us to, let's see what the high of this candle is. The high of this candle is sorry, my bad. The high 351.75. The high 349. So we have not gone into this wick here, or gave this a little bit of manipulation that we're waiting for. So I'm waiting for that. But then I don't expect a. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to watch what we do if we get back up, what we're going to do in this wick. That's for me my intel that I'm waiting for. Now I could trade safely up to, where are we now? 303. Okay, okay. I mean, that will be a nice trade to up to three. What was the high again? Let's say 350, 351-ish. It's still 50 points. Let us see. We can, because up from here I will be managing my trade, or I won't take too much risk. But if I see a move to the upside, I might be interested. But then I'm risk off. Up in this area, I'm just going to watch how we're going to behave in this area, because we got a gap here. 26,429. I might have a runner. If I do go in with two contracts, I might get one off here and then let one run up to 436-ish if we manage to do so. And then I'm just gonna watch, because this could be a potential area of rejection. And yeah, listen, guys, I'm not gonna go short until I've got 15 minute. I need a change in state of delivery, right? We're not gonna go short. We're just gonna, like Jerry says, we're just gonna ride the current, and it's bullish until price tells us differently. So bullish until we're not bullish. So let me go to the 1 minute here. So this is the area I marked in the wick, 4-hour wick I'm interested in. The moment we enter in this area, I'm on high alert. Let's see if we can get an entry up to 351 and one runner up to 346 maybe, or even 405. We'll see. We'll see. We're just gonna wait. Did anyone trade the? Hey, company Mancar, how are you doing? Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate that. Sometimes you get a lot of shit. Um, I got a little bit annoyed yesterday, to be honest, when somebody's really lecturing me. I don't mind if people share their knowledge or their insights, but lecturing is something that really. I go silent. I don't know if you guys noticed that if you were here yesterday. I just go silent, and I stop sharing. It just annoys me, especially when people come out with their retail bullshit. But yeah, so thank you, company man Carl. I appreciate it, and I know all you guys. I know all you guys are. It's sometimes one person that really can kill my mood, and it just happens sometimes. But I just want to ask: did anyone trade the move after the market closed? Because I don't watch the market, but I'm just curious if you guys managed to do so. If you read the market and you see, okay, you know what, it's been held so much, we're going to get the explosion. I'm just wondering if some of you guys are managing to trade that. Hey, Rajesha, how are you doing? Um, Actually, it isn't too bad. Like if we look at the Asia kills Monday here, it's not too big. It's like we still had consolidation here, so that's not too bad, right? Between 8 and 12. So let's see. Are you actually a profitable trader? Yes, I am. I live off trading. I have to. There's no plan. I live in South Africa. I'm Dutch. I moved here, and I'm not allowed to make any money. So this is my only way I could survive here, making money with trading. So, but that doesn't mean I have the same struggles that most people have. I've gone through the same struggles, and still have some struggles sometimes. My patience sometimes gets the best of me. But actually, it's a good question. Lock and Q. I do want to go into that because why am I profitable? Why can I live of it? Because I don't live. I don't have any stress about it because I don't live. I have a normal life. I don't live extravagantly. I don't. So I don't worry. So if I have 1 or 2 bad months, I don't care because if I have 1 or 2 good months, that pays for a couple of months. Because I don't live like I just live a. I don't want to say simple life, but maybe I can call it simple. I just have enough to live off. And because I want to be able to do so, I just, I want a simple lifestyle. And with simple, I mean just the basics. But I don't have a simple. I mean, most people would die for my life because I can do whatever I want. I live near a beach or I live in the bush. I can eat what I want. I can travel when I want. Um, that's it. I didn't catch the move. Okay. Yeah. So if you don't chase craziness, it is achievable if that makes sense, right? If you don't want to just make enough to make your basic lifestyle. And sometimes in the beginning I had to cut back because I was like, oh my god, is it going to work? I don't want to go back to the Netherlands. So then you live a little bit, at that time, but and you have to take your time. You have to take time to. You have to accept that. But yeah, but it's all possible. Yes, for everyone. Okay, guys. Let's see. And how do you become profitable? Journaling, journaling, screen time, screen time, screen time, and accepting your flaws, getting honest about your flaws, because we all have them. And I still battle them, to be honest, sometimes. Patience is key. Yes, and yes, and exactly that is my. If I'm not, if I have a lot of stress, patience is the first thing that goes, and that's also when I notice when I still sometimes blow an account, an evaluation, and that's when it slips in. You let go of some rules, and then you get into that loop. Patience is everything, and if you have some people, if you have a patience of your own already, you don't need hard rules. But if you don't, you really have to set hard rules and stick to it, and be very strict about it. Um, yeah, no, but company men. I don't mean to hold them, but I just mean catch the move after the market open and get in, get out. So just take the just take a move. Hell no, no, we don't stay in. No, 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 no. We don't advise that to do that. Anyway, we don't want to stay as futures traders. We just go in, we go out, and we take our money and run. or we keep our losses small, right? But no, we don't want to hold any, only long-term investments. You're okay to, you accept the risk because long-term it will be fine. But no, what we're doing here is not getting in and go to bed and wake up the next morning. We try not to. I mean, I would not advise that, to be honest. But anyway, yeah. Patience is key in the business, yes, and discipline. Patience and discipline, they go hand in hand, right? So it's the same thing when I grab a bag of chips, for example, and I eat the whole bag. I'm always thinking about, listen, why are you doing that? Why? It sort of like tells me that if I do something like that as well, instead of just taking a handful, because I'm not hungry anymore, but you just keep on eating. Um, it's I'm always trying to make the link to trading, and I'm like, oh, am I now in a phase that I'm subject to doing something that I actually don't need to do, or just because I'm not disciplined enough? It's always funny. I'm always trying to think about it now when I eat like a bag of chips, or when I take a whole chocolate bar and I eat the whole bar. I'm like, okay, are you doing the same with trading now as well? And yeah, it's sometimes really ugly. Like, yeah, I am. It shows your weaknesses, right? Yeah. But anyway, um, I want to point out something on the daily. We've got the N walk here. The N walk is in that fair value gap, which I like, and it's also we had sell side and buy side now in this N walk. So it would be beautiful if we bounce up till the N walk, and this is now considered balanced. Let's see if we are going to go down into this area and then go back up. That would be nice. Can see we can use it. Let's see on the 4 hour. What do we have on the 4 hour? Ooh. Do you see the difference, guys? Oh, here we have sell side. No, it's all good. All good. Hello, Gigi. Hello, my kitty catty. Okay, all good. Hi. Hi. Hello, my love. Hello, my pretty girl. I love you. Okay. So this beautiful N walk here has been mitigated on the 4 hour. Well, you guys, I love the 4 hour for my distribution move. So my 4 hours are very important. On the 4 hour, we have sell side and buy side going through them. So I consider this, but technically we need another pass through. But we'll see. Maybe we can. Let's see what's happening if we go here, because we do want this fair value gap to be. But I don't know if we are going to do this first, give this little wick, and then go down, or are we going to go down first? Let's see. Yeah, so company man, Carl, I'm not a scalper. I wish I was a little bit more, to be honest. Um, I'm not good at scalping. I think I sort of like gotten away from that when I got warnings from Funded Next, like, oh my, I'm too short in a trade. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just not do it. Let's not take the risk anymore, and let's focus on my long term, on my longer trades. But um, in some markets, it's just good to be able to have that in your toolbox. So working on that, and I think it will itch the. Hey, Gigi, are you careful, my love? You're so pretty. I love you. Yeah. How quick were you getting in and out when you got the message? I don't understand the question, Jerry. When in and out when you got the message? What message? Did I miss something? Okay. I understand your question. I understand your question. They have. So that's not clear to me. On the site, it said 10 seconds, but when I got the email, they mentioned 20 seconds. So I just keep it to 20 seconds. Yeah, no, I gotcha. Yeah. Um, so I'm just keeping it to 20 seconds because on the side it said 20 seconds, and they said, oh no, wait, we handle 10 seconds. But yeah, they should have it on the site somewhere. But on the email, it was better than actually. I thought, oh, okay, they're not that strict as they say on the email. But I thought, okay, you know what? Let me just. No, yeah, no. I was in. This was like a 10-second or 20-second thing. So 2 minutes should be. Just 2 minutes is fine. 2 minutes is fine. I know scalps can be easily 2 minutes, yes, but I'm just. For me, a scalp is just 5 points, and that's just one move, and I could, that's just getting in, taking one candle up, and then go out. Um, so, but yeah, 2 minute scalps can be fine. I mean, we call that scalps too. Yes. No, from the next company that was really 10, 20 seconds. So 2 minutes should be not a but is 2 minutes a problem with some companies? Really? Is that an issue as well? If that's the case, I'm not gonna do it. But maybe on my own account. I'm still working, guys, on So, hydrogen. I have our own account. Yes, we're busy. I'm actually busy with the deal with my own brokerage. They asked me for collaboration, and as you see on my site, I don't do any affiliate links, but because I do trust them, and I've been working with them for a couple of years now already. We're working on a deal for also with better commissions through my link, because I said, well, I'm only interested in because I used them already. They said, well, would you like to be our dedicated broker? I'm like, yeah, you are my dedicated broker, because I only have one broker. So, but I said, well, I don't want to. I'm not someone who makes advertisement, because I don't want to be a car salesman. But if it's something I can help people with, I'm interested. So he said, well, we can make a deal with better commissions. So I'm working on that, but in order to get that done, I have to transfer my cash account to an account that, because I used to have one only that was tied to Rhythmic, and I couldn't get that attached to my trading view. But now I'm getting a new one. We're in the process of setting up a new account, so I can trade my new account through a trading view on stream. So yes, I do trade my own account, and I really want to encourage that. So I like prop firms, but I think it's a good thing when you have profits from a prop firm, you transfer your profits into your own account. And the point that I want to get across, what I will be doing with this account, I will start with a very small account, maybe just 1,000 US dollar, to show people, listen, you don't need a lot of money to start your own account. It gives you flexibility and long-term growth. Because with the prop firms, you don't want to build a big buffer. Why? Because you either they go bankrupt, or either they make it hard for you if you have a big buffer to claim your profits. And with your own account, you can slowly build your own buffer and grow your account without having any fear of your money dissolving. So Jerry, exactly like with Apex, I never build a big buffer, and I sometimes let I get one or two payouts per account, and then I sometimes just let them go, because I also like, you don't want to draw attention. Yeah, so that's what I want to start doing, and I don't want to say prop firms are bad, but we are seeing what happens with some that were really good. So make money and build your own account while you're also using prop firms. So you spread your eggs in. Let me just close the door, guys, because they are busy with a lot of noise. Hold on. Okie dokie. I'm gonna put my girls here. No, one girl is missing. Where's Dolly? Dolly. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah. So I don't want to recommend anyone to build big buffers in on prop. Make your profit, get payouts, and transfer some money to your own account. And that's why I want to showcase. So that's a good question, Hydrogen. I hopefully next week we'll have everything sorted, also the contract, and then I can really share the insights. Um, and yeah, and then trade my live account as well as prop firms. I do both. So I'm not anti-prop firm, but I just think we need to be more careful. Look what happened to Funded Next, right? Everybody was good traders have attached their name to it. They were advertising for it, and they they have they're pushing the referral codes, and then people get hurt. That's why I'm staying away from prop firm. I'm letting go a lot of money for that reason, because it's most traders make the most money of pushing the prop firm codes. But I want to stay away from that. I don't want to. But the brokerage deal made me think. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I that's maybe something I feel comfortable with, because they're reliable. I've been working with them for years. I can really give an advantage to people that use my referral link, because that will give them better commissions. So it's it is more. It makes me feel better, because prop firms are just predatorial, and I think the people doing the streams and pushing for the codes are equally as predatorial. I'm just going to put it out there. I just don't think it's a good thing. Making money off that, and I wonder, did any of the people that have pushed the referral links, have they helped the people that were? I know a few traders came out for them, but are they paying back the money that they lost if they use their code? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that in all honesty, I think if you do that as a trader, you also have to do that side as well. People get hurt, they use your code, you help them. But I don't think they're going to do that. You give back your kickback to those people. But so I'm staying away from prop firms codes. Oh, my light is off. Look at that. I'm totally in the dark, guys. I'm totally in the dark. Here we go. Yeah, put a change back in the light. So that's coming next week. And so I really want to focus on that as well, and also talk about it more often, and risk management on your, how do you go about it if you have your own account, risk management, but also if you make profits, how are you going to, how much percentage do you keep in your account, how much do you withdraw, how much do you put in other assets that help you make money, things like that. So things to be to think about. And I think it's a good thing to start with a small account as well online, to showcase everyone, listen, you don't need a lot of money to start doing it, right? So it becomes more easier to do so. So that's what I want to do. Do you incorporate market maker models? Yes, well, that's literally when I trade the 4-hour candle, and that's most of the times you trade market maker models. Yes, I look at market maker models all the time. So why am I a little bit careful here? Look where we are in the market maker model, right? We are back in original. My screen is not too big, but let me go on the 9-hour. You can see there's a lot of time distortion here, but we have finalized. Well, we are back in original consolidation. So I'm always a little bit careful here now, because we are already here. We might go up into this wick here, but in a market maker buy or sell model, it always goes back to original consolidation, or it blasts through it, right? But you don't know that yet. So we can expect a pullback here, but we are back into original consolidation. So for me, technically, this market maker, the 4-hour, the daily, we are almost done with this. So the moment we get into this wick, I'm just watching. So, but yes, market maker buy models is um, essential. And on the lower time frame, you have a lot of smaller ones as well. So literally, it's all it's if yeah. Once you start seeing them, um, you can't unsee them. Um, 231. It's going to be a short. Explain your strategy, please, Bladel. I'm talking about strategy all the time. Um, it's not one strategy. It's a lot of things that I use. So. I'm not too eager for a short yet. Why? Because at 1 past 2, we did take our liquidity within the macro and we went back up. So I'm just sort of like wondering if we're going to have some manipulation and just some time distortion here. So I'm just waiting. The short will be, it's sort of like easy and it will trick a few people, I think, first. But because of this little liquidity grab here, I'm like, just wait a little bit longer. Um, yeah. Hey, String B, how are you doing? The move is like to happen inside the London Open silver bullet. Maybe sweep of 281. Um, let's see. Doing well up late here for a crazy day tomorrow. What's going on? What do you have to do tomorrow? Chat Levy. Hey there. I see a lot of new names, by the way. Nice. You see, a lot of people are going short because they're looking at this BC, but I don't trust this at all for the move now. For now, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit. 235. We did go into this wick though. 2. Did we go up here? Yeah, let me go to the lower time frame. Thanks, PhD. I sometimes forget to do that, and then I miss a lot of information. Um, the SMTs with the big AES. I'm just seeing engineered liquidity being created here, gaps, wickless candles, very slow movement. So not really interested. I'm more interested in the move up. Yeah, it might trickle down very slowly, like it's been doing in. We'll wait for a macro. We'll see. We just need to. If you don't see it clearly, you just wait. I need more coffee as well. 351. I like it if it trickles further down because that will have make our long nicer, right? Because we have more. Just subbed as you seem to stream the overnight markets. I'm interested in ICT as well. Mostly just watch overnights and keep the power drive for New York open. Yeah, string B. So I do London. I also have a Discord. But yeah, if I like London too because it's 9 o'clock in the morning here when I start the stream at 2 a.m. Eastern. Um, Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Um, I'm sort of like I used to stream as well in New York, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing that. It's a lot of streaming. So maybe just London, and then 1 or 2 times per week. New York. String B, no prop talk. What do you want to talk about? Prop firms. I mean, it's trading. I actually want to stay away from prop talk in the sense of getting people's lazy questions going, like what they can find on the. I want to stay away from giveaways because you attract the wrong people. I'm just going to be honest. I don't want that. Um, it's like a hem. Once you start doing the prop firm thing, and you're gonna start pushing, making money with that. Yeah. So it's you become like a car salesman. You know, I used to love Lumi. Don't get me wrong, but every time I log into her stream, it's like, oh, okay, giveaway time, and it's all about giveaways. And I'm like, okay, then I log off again, and obviously she does more than that. But every time I log on, it's about giveaways, and there's so much time going into the prop firm stuff, and it's just like, okay, I just don't want to. I just don't want to get involved in that. Um, so, but hey, don't we want good commissions for a? Don't we want better commissions? And I enjoy lump on NTL. What's that? No as much prop sale. Yeah, yeah, they lose their. I mean, it's takes away the credibility a little bit, I think, from a trader. But anyway, that's my opinion. Um, yeah, Lumi. Don't get me wrong, Lumi's awesome. I love Lumi, but I just don't want to watch the giveaway part, and I'm like, oh, okay, shit, I don't want to. It's just not going about trading anymore. But it's part of her routine, and it's okay. Everybody does their own thing. I don't get me wrong. I love what she's doing for the community, but that's her. You can do whatever you want, but um, okay. Let's see now what we're doing on the 15-minute. 1 hour. Are we going to continue up? I just want to make sure that I think we are going back up. Okay, I'm just going to paper trade this, guys. Just paper trading for now. My first two trades, paper trades. 351. Can I manage this? I'm a little bit early. We might have another low. 122. No, it's not a 122. See, it's not a good entry. So we got wickless candles here. 80. I need to have 122. 151. Can I manage? Should be here. So technically, I cannot even make a 122 here. So I should not. That's why I don't want to enter here. But on the other hand, if we already made the wick here, 233. We created this here. It's just 244. It's too early. Okay, we took out the low. We took out the high. 237. 201. 207. Gap, gap. See, we're gonna go back to. I'm gonna let myself be stopped out because I always journal my. Oh, does Lumi, is she on Ninja? I thought Tanya was on Ninja. Is Lumina also on Ninja? Lumi didn't she? I thought she was on Tradeify. Is she on a Ninja now as well? Yeah, I think Lumi literally pushes all prop firms. I think she's the only one, literally all the. You got to see. Oh, is it good, the lineup? Yeah. What macro do you love the most? Okay, good one. That's a good question, Jerry. I love macros, but I love time. Time is for someone who asks, "What's your strategy?" Time. Time is more important than anything. I always mark the 150 to 210 macro because I use that a lot in my analysis. And but in London, I think the 350 to 410. Yeah, the 350 to 410 is my favorite one in London. And if that fills, normally we get the move after that macro. But I also like the 250. That can be two, but I just love the 350 to 410 a little bit better. But this macro is also very important to me, and I use it throughout the day because it gives me a lot of information. It's going to be a big day. Blake Morrow, Craig, Jim, Chi will all be on. Salma, Joey, and Jack from. I, honestly, I don't know those names. I never watched. I actually never watched it. I did watch it a few times with Tanya. Is Tanya still on? Yeah, I mean, I like that too when there's no sales and stuff like that. Yes, I agree. Is Tanya not doing? Because Tanya used to be on Ninja on Thursday, right? If I'm correct. Is Tanya not on? That's why they went with Lumi, maybe. Hey, listen, I used to work for a prop firm as well. Ola Prime. I used to do, but I just it depends on the. Oh, Tanya's there as well. Okay. Um, yes, Jerry. You see the yellow lines. The yellow lines on my chart. That is the 150 to 210 macro. I always mark it because it helps me for my London session, and it helps me also for during the day. It's more just intel. It's just, but it's not really favorite. It's just the more. It's just one. The first one I start reading into when I start London. But my favorite one is 350 to 410 because if it does not give the move, it tells you a lot what's happening actually. As did it yesterday when I was waiting for that move to the upside, which didn't come. um, I have a lot of if then statements. You do calculations, you look at specific things. But for me, the 350 to 410 macro gave me the information that we were not going to go. That London low was in for sure, and that they were going to use those levels as for the manipulation move. So that's also how you use the macros, right? I think we're going to get a London high today. 250. Now we might get another low. Let's see. I'm again, for those who are new. If I paper trade, my paper trade are just as important as my real trades because I journal them. I go over time. What time did what happened? Why was I stopped out? Did I have a good risk reward? Why did I get in? Was I feeling FOMO? Did I need more coffee? I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's you need to journal those things, even if you need more coffee. I'm not joking. I'm not making a joke about that. Sometimes you really do. It's a psychological thing, and like in the beginning, I was also journaling like, oh, do I feel pressure because I'm doing a stream, or am I, do I need to put on a trade, or what am I seeing? And most important, what did I miss and what can I do better? Like, why would I get in here, right? Did it give me proper structure? Could I frame a good risk? Because I only can frame my trade up to here, right? I said I want to frame. Okay, well, yeah, why can I frame my trade up to here? Because of this here, of the daily. Like you have to make your trades within your limitations. Like, for example, I'm here with my journey. I have done testing on specific things, and that is what I know, because that's where my limitations are, because that's my knowledge up to here. So within my knowledge, I have studied a lot the areas like this, like a wickless candle with a wick is my potential rejection block. Rejection blocks and breakers are my favorite. So for me, my safe trade would be when we give this candle that wick that is needed up to here. I don't know if it's going to go higher at the moment, but for me, that's a safe trade. So I can only frame my trade within my boundaries, what I know for sure, almost. It's always between, it's never for sure, but you have to be, you have to have some confidence in your trades, right? So up to now, this is my confident trade. But can I frame a 2R trade from here? So I would rather have it go down a little bit more into this one. But on the 15-minute, we already did the work, right? They were making 15-minute babies. Free and push, and even the desktop app is free. Pretty good futures broker, but I also use Hey, yeah. So String B, Iron Beam is the brokerage that I'm going to work with. And that actually it's Edge Clear, but they're part of Iron Beam, and that's my brokerage, but I will most likely have the deal with, and where I can give better commissions. But the commission, the advantage is only to non-US citizens, because I'm a non-US citizen, and they want to build their department for non-US citizens. So we might, yeah. How long did it take to you to to move from demo to pro personal account? Oh, well, I actually had the confidence, but I didn't have the knowledge, so I lost a lot of money. I thought I had the confidence. I was impatient, so I already went in. I thought, oh, I learned something new. Let me just, um, let's go in, and that's how you lose money. So, but it's more when did the confidence comes in your trades. It really came. It started after journaling, and really taking the time to, like, for example, if I don't mind if I'm being stopped out on this trade, because then I journal. Okay, what did it do? Why did we go one leg lower? I'm looking at this area here. We're just in consolidation. You can already tell, right? So you shouldn't expect too much. Um, and the thing is, already we went into the wick already. Let me mark grade this wick. I think I'm going to get a coffee, guys. Is that okay? Can I leave you guys alone? I want some coffee. My brain is eager for coffee. Okay, so here we went into 1/3 here, but look what happened here. We went into this fair value gap, and we took out this 15-minute candle as well. So, um, so what is it going to do, right? Are we going to go higher in the wick here? Or are we going to go further down here to this end walk? So that's why I'm sort of like, you know what? I'm going to get a coffee, because we might, yeah, well, in the macro, but I'm going to be stopped out. That's okay, because then I can journal. Because I didn't see, I should have seen this already. If we wouldn't, we have been taking out liquidity here, 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 but on the 1 hour, let's have a look at the 1 hour. We have this week. See on the 30-minute. Oh, we have a nice gap here as well. I'll wait till after the macro, guys. I'm not going to go in the macro group. So I am just thinking now, are we just going to go into this wick here? Is that the max we're going to do in the run? Let me see. So this is how you can tell how you are going to have consolidation. And don't expect too much follow through. So I'm not expecting too much of this unless we are going to go to here. This one looks more likely to me now, to be honest. 332. It's a really nice loss. If it happens, it means very good. Yes, every loss is actually a win if you study it. But I actually love it when my paper trades are being stopped out. And I spend a lot of time, guys, on my on journaling, and I always ask these two questions. This is the most important one. What did I miss? No, everything on TradingView. Everything on TradingView. I make it visible. I stopped using metrics. Only when I wanted to know my R to R with when I was trying new strategies. But I never look back. I look at numbers. I look at them, and I need visual. I need visual. So I go back. So and then I go, okay, I entered here. I entered here, but when? Okay, I was thinking about this, or I was not. I was in a bad mood. You write down your emotions. So it's only for you, right? You don't have to share it with anyone. It's just for you. I was in a bad mood. I was feeling. I had a bad hair day. Whatever. Um, but for me, this is important. How did I find out how I think one of the where I grew the most is finding out when not to trade, and that's exactly identifying consolidation. You just try things. Like for example, okay, we have 2 weeks now. What are we going to do? We're making 15 minutes. Hey, listen, I don't need to go to the 5 minute right now because I'm just going to wait until we break out in one of these areas or not. But I agree. Yeah, when it's when you're in a consolidation, it's a good. Actually, the PhD scientist, that's a good tip. You want to get out of 1 minute when you're in consolidation and want to go to the 5. I actually have a better tip. You go to the 9 or the 3. Okay, let's see if we can go here or are we going to go in this week? Yes, but you don't want to trust when you're in consolidation. You cannot trust the information too much, right? You have to take it with a grain of salt. because it could easily also disrespects them. It goes below, it goes back into it, goes back below it, goes back into it. Like for example, you could also say, you can also make the argument that this is your inversion, right? We're now in consolidation, so I don't expect anything. I have zero expectations, so I think we already have to wait until the 350, maybe 330, for a move. This is already giving me enough information. Unless we go to 0.5, then we might have a nice short again back into this range. 0.5, 333. Consolidation. 2 past 3. Hey, real DC trader. Hello, Jane. How are you? Okay, sleep well, string B. Have a good dreams. Okay. Did we tag into this level here? And back into the range. Hey, real DC trader. Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you? Hey, Jerry, we're in consolidation. There's nothing to go. I'm not trading, and this is just back and forth. I'm staying out, like I said. IPTA levels, yes, real DC trader. I do look at them. Yes, yes, yes. I do look at them. The 20, you mean the 2060? Yes, IPTA levels. You see, guys, how powerful it is to identify chop and not to engage. Um, Shoulder gold because it gave me a clear wick, and I didn't see a wick on the 4 hours too big. There is a large wick here, but we are working our way up into the wick. But first, I want to see if we manage to get through the 15-minute, then we might go higher. But you can see we have a large 4-hour wick, and it takes time to make its way up, right? Because it's a large move. So you want to see the 0.5 of that 15-minute. That gives me a little bit more clarity when we are ready to move up. I could use the 4-hour, but then if I would show you the 4-hour, we're here. This is the 0.5, but it's too much information. So I want to have a little bit smaller also because the 15-minute here tells me you can see here clearly that we're consolidating, right? But it's just the back and forth is just doing the job within the wick, because the wick is just a bunch of imbalances, so we're just doing the work. They're just going back and forth to clear out all the imbalances that have been created before. And then when it's time to move, it will make its move. Again, time. Um, time is of the most essence. But understanding, so for me now, the 15-minute wick is more, gives me more information because it's smaller. I can see what price is doing. And also we have another wick here on the downside that I think we will go into first before we go back up. So before I noticed here we didn't reach 0.5. So it's not yet done. And now I'm thinking, okay, maybe we need to go back into, so when you have consolidation or it's just going back and forth between wicks, that's it. And it will break one side. But now it looks more likely that we go to the upside because we got some more interest here. But we also have this fair value gap here. So for me now, it's a coin toss. Like, okay, which side are we going to go first? We got a fair value gap here, and I've got my point of interest here, and we have two wicks on both sides. Now, if you look at the liquidity here, we've got low, lower, lower. So you would see, okay, well, are we likely to go in there? But now we also took out the liquidity of these three. So now it's literally a coin toss. So exactly what I said already, I said, okay, I can get a coffee because I already know this macro is not going to give me anything because we're going to go back and forth. It's already telling me we're going to get consolidation here. When I saw these wicks, I graded them both. I was, okay, we're going to wait. We have to wait till 350, 410 macro, or maybe 330. So, guys, I'm going to, sometimes you're surprised it might make a move unexpected, but I'm going to get a coffee. Yeah, it just, so shoulder goal is just about trying things. Like if you see, so I just started, ICT gave us the lectures about the daily wicks, but I just try, I take those lessons and I try things and I go try them on different time frames. And it's just my way how I look at it. It doesn't mean it's wrong or right for you, but maybe you are seeing things differently. And I would just highly advise you just to try things like, because, okay. And when it works for you, you implement it and you go deeper into it and you start. So for me, it's just like, okay, well, if the logic of the wicks work on the daily, do they work on another time frame as well? Well, hell yeah, they do. I think so. They help me. And also the logic of the wicks, like what is a gap, right? Balancing out. A wick is just a bunch of imbalances. So what's the logic of this wick? You have to think about what is the market doing when we have a wick. What's a wick? It's a manipulation. It's imbalance. And what does the market do? It does only two things, right? Balance out imbalances and seek liquidity. So what if you have a wick? A wick means imbalances. We are not going to go for liquidity. We're going to go in balancing out imbalances because that's one of the two things the market does, right? It's very simple. And it saves you a lot of money. I hope it starts moving down and then consolidating during London. Well, we are in London already, but I'm going to get my coffee, guys, before 3:30. Oh, I need a coffee. Oh, I need to see where my kitty cat is. Let me get my. I'll be right back with my coffee and my kitty cat. Gigi, you want to come? Look for Gigi. You want to look for Dolly? What is it? What are you doing? Uh-oh. Okay, I've got to check something, guys. Okay, here we are. Oh, here we are. So, guys, I want to show you guys something. Um, exactly. It's very simple hydrogen. And when you start understanding the logic, wicks are for me even far more important than just the liquidity. Um, because it was too big. It's a paper trade, Marsha. It's a paper trade, so I couldn't enter. I wanted a 2 hour trade, and I couldn't enter when it was too large, so I put it there. But I wanted to be stopped out because it wasn't a good trade. When I would have seen my logic, I would have never entered the trade because I wanted to be stopped out because I was too fast. And if I would have seen the 15-minute candles and what it was doing, I would never enter this trade. It's just a paper trade. I always start with paper. So guys, look here. I've got an avocado tree right in front of me, and the avos are falling now. And I had my first one yesterday, just unsprayed. I mean, the monkeys are leaving them, so it's sort of like I thought there wouldn't be any left because of the monkeys, but um, okay, so I'm stopped out. See, but because it was stupid trade, because there was the consolidation. But anyway, this is an avo falling from tree. I have to be careful that they don't fall on my head because there's many of them. I think there's hundreds. It's a large tree. It's like a huge tree. And it's also overhanging my outdoor shower. So, but here I found one when I got down. And now they have to ripen a little bit. You have to put them in a cloth, and then 1 day or 3 you can eat them. Just from the tree. Just amazing, right? I mean, that's for me being rich, if that makes sense, right? I don't need. I mean, that's for me having an avocado tree growing in your garden and eating from those things. That things make me really happy. Little things in life. But anyway, so how do you spot consolidation early? Well, exactly like this. So when you see large wicks forming, yeah, it's amazing, right, Jane? It makes you really like nature, and it's just like so when you see large wicks forming, especially on the 1 and the 4 hour, and we had loads of them, then you already know what to expect. So, and it gives you a sense of sometimes you miss a move because sometimes it just goes away from it. But now let's see, we have not done any work. So now at some point you see that, okay, the work has been done. It actually got into one level here or there. So it will be ready to move away from it, right? We're getting close to 330. So let's see. But I knew when we didn't hit 0.5, okay, now we're going to go back into here. So that could be a scalp, right? Going back from here. When I said, okay, once we're here, we go, I would rather see it tap into 0.5, but then we go back into this wick here. And it goes back and forth until it is, and it's only balancing out imbalances. So you can already see this area is almost done because it's going back. And we've got bodies here. Now the question is, what are we going to do next? And on the 4 hour, if you look at this wick here, so we can almost see, is this a manipulation move? Are we going to get a continuation to the downside, right? That could be. So is at 2 o'clock we got our opening, we went up, and are we now just balancing out these imbalances to go down, or, but I still need more information, to be honest. I don't trust it at all. I think we're going to go to the, we might go now to the end walk, yeah. 274. Okay. Okay, let's see now. We finally got we are going into the imbalance. Like for me, this is not I'm not interested in a short here because I don't know how far down it will go. It doesn't give me any structure in the sense of where's my breaker, where can I retest it from? It's just going into the imbalance, I believe, to go back up. So I'm more interested in the long. But the question is, how far are we going to go down, right? Um, Where's midnight? Midnight's all the way here. Oh, 322. 15, 1 hour. Okay, let's see. I would really love it to tap into the. I'm just wondering if we're going to get an area like this. 1, 2, 3 hour candles. 324. Midnight, where is ES midnight is here and R midnight is a little bit lower. Pum 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 pum. That one. Okay, question is, are we going to get a continuation for our candle into this area? We did the work on the 15-minute. Are we done? I think we might get a continuation. Let's see. We are at the 3 o'clock open. Let me see if we get over it. I'm still interested in the 351 level. We are above 3 o'clock. I want to see it go above. I think I'm getting in again. Paper trade still only, guys. I think I'm just going to paper trade London, and stop loss is going to go below this breaker. TP is going to be 351. See, this is a 3R trade. We've got it in gold. We're in gold, but we still have a gap here. But we'll see. 326. Is this enough? Okay, we didn't tag. Okay, this might be my mistake here that we didn't tag into the. It doesn't have to, but according to my journaling, you want the end walk to be tagged. That gives the highest. That's like a retest or something, right? Let's see. It might not be a continuation. It might be just like I said. Maybe we're gonna get a couple of these 4-hour candles, right, like this, before they make the move. It's my luck lately here. Engulf this. We have a breaker. Zeno the thinker. Yes, rates will be kept unchanged. Hence, I think we will flush lower before FOMC. Uh, oh, I forgot to check the news today. Oh, yeah, FOMC. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for that. Hey, Elevated Life. How are you? Oh, here we're gonna get some lectures again. Embrace yourself. People who think they know best. um, what kind of indicator is following that square? Oh, that is just the my London's the peachy color. Oh, someone asked about that yesterday as well. Um, it is this one, Asia. I've just marked the Asia and London. I only have London and Asia highlighted because that's what I refer to in New York. I don't have the New York session because I just want Asia and London to be visible. Asia for when I'm in London, and London and Asia for when I'm in New York. So, but you can highlight all of them, but it's for me too much information. I just use Asia and London. It's a beautiful color, right? It's peachy. Everybody likes it. Salmon peachy. I didn't change anything, but um, I'm not married to a bias. I just follow the. I'm just looking for algorithmic signatures. So, well, yes, yes, yes. It's a dead salmon, I think, actually. Hey, BVG, you were wrong yesterday as well, so I think we're going up to that 350 level. Um, but let's wait until the next macro. Yes, you were. The London low was in. You were lecturing me about so many things, but you had no idea what you're talking about. The London low was in. It didn't go any lower. There was time distortion, and you were saying, "Oh, it's lower," and your delta, it was eating up your buy orders. It was manipulating. You were wrong. You were telling me that it was going short. It was going short. It was going short. It was not. London low was in. It never went lower than London low. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't mind people if they have a different opinion, but you're just lecturing and it's very annoying. Like you know best and that I should do things differently. And it's bloody annoying because it has nothing to do with sharing your opinion. It's just sharing because you think you know better, because I do things differently than you do. And it's annoying. So I'm just, you're very annoying, X, to be honest. It's the lecturing. You know better. You know so well. Go have your own, just do your own stream and go lecture people there. Yeah. But you know, it's not, it's about, it's a difference about sharing if you have different trades, and the atmosphere here has always been really, really nice because people share their difference and they have different trades than I do. That's okay. But this is just lecturing and, oh, your OTE is wrong. You know, you don't know what I'm doing. I maybe think a little bit further than the basic stuff that you're referring to. But oh yeah, it's wrong, and oh, it's wrong. Well, it worked pretty well because it gave me my logic because the move up was pretty well because I was prepared. So oh, just get out of here, BVG. Go start your own stream and with your retail bullshit, with your delta. You didn't see manipulation coming because you have no idea because you thought the move was coming in London already to the downside. You were wrong. Oh, these people with that retail bullshit and they have the loudest mouth. They really irritate the shit out of me. Influencing people and then still saying that they were right. A lot of people were here and you were continuously saying, oh, it's going down. Oh, BPR. There was no fucking BPR because there was an imbalance in between and you didn't even see it. I held my tongue yesterday, but I'm not going to do it today because you're just selling retail bullshit here. I need to close my door. Exactly, Ajay. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna and still claiming he was right. Oh my god. It's not about, you know, and I'm getting wound up. You know why? Because it's, you know, guys, you know that I love it when you guys give me challenge me and when we have different trades. I really don't mind, but I hate the lecturing of people that know better and try to influence other people while they are actually so wrong and they have no idea what the f they're talking about. That really gets to me. And then he comes back again and he gives them more bullshit about a BPR. What the f? You don't understand manipulation at all. Yeah, I was actually silent yesterday and I was like, you know what? I want to share some stuff, but I just stopped doing it. But now I'm not. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to let my mood be, well, anyway. Yeah, I know. Listen, I hate retail bullshit and people, they are the loudest and they have no effing idea what they're talking about. And they try to influence people all the time. I'm sure he had a lot of losing trades yesterday with his 80 pips going down, down, down. How many times did you try? But anyway, yeah, no, it's fine, guys. It's fine. It's all good. But again, again, giving the advice. Well, I think it's just wrong. Um, you know, no, you did not say that. Go somewhere else. Go lecture someone else. You're annoying. Go ask your mommy to make you a sandwich. Hey, Vincent, how are you doing? Are you back? I know, I waited, I waited, I waited. I know. I love you guys. You know I do. I have to say it all the time. My coffee is good, by the way. Did anyone else got coffee as well? I know some other people got coffee while we were in Shoulder Gold. You got coffee too, right? There you go. Oh, and I found another avocado. So for those who are new here, I've got an avocado tree here, and this just fell out my tree. And I had the first one yesterday. Just eating something just from a tree is so amazing. There was, yes, I know, Papacito. I remember that. I know, but we weren't sure about the. We can have a whole discussion what color it actually is, right? Is it peach or is it salmon or is it a dead salmon or is it wild salmon? Well, it's a tree in this garden. So it's actually a lot of the trees overhang to the neighbors, so they have a lot of. Yes, I thought it was a mango tree first, because someone said it's a mango. I'm like, oh my god, that would be awesome. But it's avocados, which is awesome too. But anyway, let's have a look, guys, because I am actually interested in when the 350 comes, maybe in the long to that, the level that I mentioned. Let's see, we got some bullish structure now. Let's see what we're doing. Would you consider coping and placing risk? I have a disclaimer on my. I have a disclaimer. Company man. I'm good to go. Yeah, FOMC. I'm not gonna do any. I don't think I'm going to stream this afternoon anyway, or maybe after FOMC. But that's a sign of God. Everything is fruitful. Thank you. Yeah, Jeremiah. I think so. It makes you really think about just how when it falls off a tree and you hold it and you're like, oh my god, I can eat it. And I ate it yesterday. I ate one and I was like, wow, it tastes just it's there's no chemicals, nothing, because you've seen it grow, and then it really makes you think about those things, right? Leper, yeah. Hey, yeah. Sometimes when I listen, sometimes I let things go, but when I'm not okay, when also to stay out, when you can frame a, let's see, are we done? Consolidation. Let's see, I need to focus, guys, because otherwise I don't want to be distracted by those annoying people. FOMC is dangerous, yes. And they are so expensive. Yes, Vincent, they are. Well, we can get them pretty much here. We have a fruit guy. We can buy a whole bag for 3 rand. It's like a big bag like this. But now it's off season, so apparently the season for the farmers is out. 3 rand is about a 50 rand is about €3. Let's see. And then I got like a lot. I couldn't even finish them. But in the shops they're quite expensive. Um, Okay, 50 rand is about $3. It's like a big bag, and then it's like this. So we can get them cheaper here, but yeah, yeah, nice accumulation at the moment. Let's hope for awesome AMD play. Yeah, I'm actually Vincent. I'm gonna. You already. I think you already noticed it. You know the daily what I'm looking at, right? You can see it. I want to see rejection here, or maybe it goes a little bit higher. But I really want to have a long into that area, preferably. But we'll see. Can we see the market? Talking about market maker buy and sell models. Yes, but hey, the devil's mark. Yes, but in combination with what, right? It's not the devil's mark alone, but it's the combination. Sell side, buy side. Time distortion. The only question is, are we done with them to the downside to finalize this model? See ya. Sleep well. Shoulder gold. It is the 2 a.m. is the open or the close of a 4 hour candle. Yes, all 4 hour candles are very important. But as is a three, but I have I know um, it is very important because price refers back to open prices of candles as well, especially the 4 hour open and closing prices. So the 2 hour candle, yes, I haven't marked it, but because I have marked it here, I already know that the 2 o'clock candle is here. I keep these yellow lines on my chart throughout the day, but I know that we made the low here and that my 2 o'clock open is right over here, almost in the middle of London. We're not done yet in London, but so yes, the 2 o'clock is very important because it's the open price of a start of a 4 hour candle. The start of a 4 hour candle. Rephrase. So that's why you see on my chart the 10 a.m. 10 o'clock is very important, but also 2 a.m. Yes, I don't have it marked, but I know where it is. I know the level every day. And why have we seen, by the way, the daily? We haven't got a daily wick yet. That's interesting, right? So also, guys, why I am not too bearish in the sense, yes, it's going down, but look at the NWOG, what we've been doing. Sell side buy. Let's see if we are going to, we could go to the midpoint, but then again, let's see. Yeah, I'm more interested in a long today. I'm just gonna let the short, if the short goes, I'm just watching how far it goes. Watching if it taps into the N walk or if it goes into the N walk. And um, are we going to form a fair value gap on the 4 hour? Or what is this 4 hour going to do? So I'm just going to watch because I don't think you know think about this as well, guys. Why are we not going to get a full short? We have a large candle here. Do you think it's going to engulf this one with the N walk in between, or are we going to create a fair value gap here? So you always have to think like, okay, what is it doing? We have an N walk here. It already balanced out the N walk with the buy side and sell side yesterday. So sell side was already there. Yesterday we had a pass through on the daily and on the 4 hour. So we have this now balanced with buy side, sell side. Now what does it want to do? It wants to continue higher. We could bounce. We could go into it a little bit, but we could also just bounce off it. So I'm just watching this area. Um, Hey, Harta GHSB, Heart EA Heart. I'm just gonna call you Heart. How are you doing? Yes, but Shulnago, when someone tells you, "Hey, 2 o'clock is very," ask them why is it important to you? Because people can have different reasons for it, right? I trade the 4 hour distribution a lot, so for me it's important to see what 4 hour has been doing, and especially when so for example, yesterday's candle, what happened within the London when we created that equal low, that was telling me, okay, this 4 hour session, the 6 o'clock, gave us the manipulation move to the downside, right? And then we got the continuation to the upside. So I used also those times of these 4 hour candles. And for me, yesterday's London session, when we had the London low set at a specific time and we were moving down, that was telling me, okay, we might get the manipulation move for continuation higher with the next 4 hour candle, if that makes sense. Because you need a manipulation move, right? And I believe the manipulation move to the downside came after 6 o'clock. Like I said, the London low is in, but it doesn't mean pre-market we can go lower. Because I was thinking about the next 4 hour candle. Does that make sense? So if you want a distribution move, like for example here, we opened here at 10, right? It's also a 4 hour candle. If you want to take the distribution move, you want to get in the manipulation move below the open price. So that's why the open and low high price are important, because if you anticipate a continuation, like for me, this candle is not telling me, is not giving me enough information to enter for a distribution move, because I'm thinking, oh, we might not distribute on this 4 hour candle. We might get a consolidation candle, or a candle like this, for example, which we had at, remember at 2, I said, oh, we might get one of these. Remember in London, what was it? Where were we? Here. I said, oh, we might get a consolidation candle. That was the 2 o'clock. Remember? That was this candle. And then we had, where are we? Monday. Am I confused? Yes, I'm confused. I'm confused. Monday, 26. Where was our 2? So same here. I don't see it. Yes, we could go down, but we have this N walk, and I don't know. I don't think we're going to go have a distribution to the downside now. Because we have someone who said, he was talking about balanced price ranges. This is a balanced price range. Right over here, this N walk, that's a balanced price range. Why? Sell side, buy side. He's talking about these two little 1 minute candles. Now it can go through it, yes, it can. But you don't I don't want to trade that because it's low probability for me. Now on the higher time frame it's balanced, but on the lower time frame you do see you always have to go. That's why you have to go through all your times. You see, oh, we do have some gaps here. So on the higher time frame, yes, but when it does go lower, you can expect it to balance out specific areas, right? And we have a flat bottom here, so always be aware of that. But for now, is it going to use this as, is this enough to go back up, or are we going to go all the way back in? But why would it go do this yesterday, right? Go all the way through this and then go all the way back in now, while when there's no news yet coming. They would use this for news, right? To go through it, boom, very fast and go maybe to do some work here. I'm not interested in short at all. I'm interested in a long up to 351, but I'm just waiting for. Oh, we're in the macro, by the way. Let's see. Um, yeah, I'm gonna give it another shot here. Could be. I just paper trading, guys. So turtle soup. Again, this is my trade. $355. We're gonna get a new candle. We get a 4-hour candle opening. We might go one leg lower. I might be too early again. No, no FOMC for me. Yeah, PhD. I'm just paper trading. Correct. No, I'm not putting anything on the line. We're gonna get a 4-hour candle as well, so I'm most likely gonna be stopped out anyway. Um, yeah. Oh, I haven't even looked at gold today, guys. Or yeah, it looks bearish, right? Stupid trade. We're gonna go a little bit lower, I guess. One leg, maybe just a wick. 359, 359. There's just a paper trades, you know. I trade with Funded Next and my own account. Okay, come on. What are you doing? Four o'clock. It's yeah. Um. Okay. Stupid trade. Why? 4 o'clock coming. Even though it would go up, obviously we get a manipulation to the downside, and then it will go up if it will go up, right? So stupid trade of mine to get in before the 4 o'clock candle prints. Even if my analysis will be okay, will be correct, obviously we get the manipulation move to the downside, then it will go up. So um, so technically when the 4 o'clock opens here and I would be, if I think, okay, we're going up, then I would want to enter below the 4 o'clock open, right? But let's just watch. Impeccable GC. How do you utilize the 4 hour intraday? Well, mainly I trade the 10 when I use it the 10 o'clock. So it's the same logic. So I wait until the 10 o'clock open comes, and then if I have a target, I try to get into the manipulation candle to the downside or upside before we get back to the 10 o'clock open, and then the distribution move comes. When is a distribution candle? If not, I try to stay out. But like now we see the 4 hour is sort of like here. I'm still not sure if we're distributing to the downside. I think we're going to go back up here at some point. I don't see us go through it all the way, but we'll see. Or we might go all the way to midnight maybe now. Yeah, this is the thing when it does happen when we are, yeah, for go to midnight here. I think we're going to bounce at VWAP. We could still drop below. Do you think we'll get to area 222? 222. Well, midnight is there. Yeah, we might just go all the way back down to here. We're dropping after we set a London high, so I don't think it could drop all the way now. Yes, yes, yes. Or you can see it's dropping, right? Um, but I need to go. I think we're gonna bounce at the V. I don't know where V up is, but yeah, I'm still long biased with that area. I still wanted to go up here at some point. I can watch another few minutes and then I have to go. I need to do some stuff. How low can you go? Up about holding it to 26K. We stacking blue strip tonight. Yeah, I'm just not too interested in a short at the moment until we reach this level. I'm going to show it. I'm not interested in. I'm going to say it again and again. I'm not interested in a short until we get into this area here. This is for me the draw on liquidity or imbalance, I should say. Um, We just stopped before it, and I'm just, for me, I have no interest. We do have a daily one here. Let me mark this. A daily inversion. Let me see. $4 hour. Yeah, I'm not interested in a short at all. Um, here we go. What time is it? How much time do I have? Okay. 2681 breaker here. We got some bullish structure. Am I interested? This could be the bullish structure that I'm looking for. I just don't have time enough to enter the trade, I think. But I would have entered here. Breaker, retest. What time is it? 11 past 4. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think it's going to go now. Um, gonna go boom, boom. Up 3 on the 5. So on the 5 minute, I wouldn't be too sure. On the 3 and the 1, I would be, oh, okay, this bullish structure. But on the 5 minute, I would really want to see price get above the 4 o'clock again before entering at all. 279. Same scenario like yesterday. You see where price is struggling to go further down, right around this area, right around this end wall. So Zeno, there was actually a sort of SMT with ES, which you can also use as SMT. If you notice on ES hit the midnight and Q did not. That is a form of SMT as well. That was what did I use yesterday when to establish the London low? I didn't talk about it, but there was something else that I used. ES reached something yesterday, which and Q did not. I can't remember. Mm. Oh, gold, yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? It's crazy. Yeah. Um, I've got 10 more minutes to go and then I have to go. 4 and 3 o'clock close to each other. Midnight here. Yeah. Um, isn't she lovely? Breaker. Papa Panthera, when are you coming back? FOMC today, right? I don't think I'm going to do a FOMC. Well, FOMC is after 2. If I do a stream, it will be after 2, I guess, but not before 2 because of FOMC. Um, it's going to be very low probability, or maybe not, but I just don't. But hey, for sure, tomorrow, London. That's a sure thing. We're not going to touch London. I love London. I love you guys. Was the SMT on the 150 candle and the 3 between NQ and well, I'm more interested in the SMT on the downside, to be honest, for the move to the upside. I'm only interested in SMT when I trade the when I look for 4-hour distribution. So I'm only interested in literally in 15 minutes. I know there is good SMT on lower time frames, but I don't look at it because I'm only interested in the 15-minute SMT for my distribution moves. Is my stream lagging again? delete. Let's have a look at the 15-minute, by the way, on the lower time frame. I'm not looking for anything, guys. I'm interested in a long, but at this moment, I'm not interested in anything. This is a very, I mean, it looks like it wants to go down further, right? But on the other hand, um, it just looks a little bit unpredictable to me. How far are we going to go deeper? If you calculate the OTE range, it can be anywhere here already. So I don't trust it at all. So break of this should signal the longs are not in play by the algo by LCT. Correct. That means the structure is weak. It's a very weak structure. Yes, correct, correct, correct. So, but technically, I don't like breakers that are a candle breakers. But it already signals to me that. But it does. I'm still also not convinced by the short because if I look at how the 15-minute candles are printing, for example. So yes, it's weak. It's weak for a long structure, but I'm also sort of like looking like, okay, how deep are we going to go into this? And because do we really want to go balance out something here, or are we just going to consolidate here and make a little bit, maybe one leg lower? You know, it could go one leg lower, then go back up, and then use this as a breaker, for example, a future breaker. Oh, we're already using this, by the way. You know, but we need to go one leg lower because we have equal lows here right now. You see that? We just created equal low. So that signals you that there might be another leg lower coming. But it also fools a lot of people on going short, and then you just have one little leg lower, maybe for up to the midpoint here, for example. If you look here, we've got equal lows now on the 15 as well. Now, they could leave them for later, but they could also make one leg lower and then go back up, right? So you just want to be careful when you see that happening. So that's also for me for a short, very low probability. The good short was here, obviously, and then, you know, but then again, it was not clear to me because of the wicks as well. A lot of trades took place at 26, 20. Below that will be 26. Yeah, I'm still I'm still bullish because I really want that. I really want that area which I marked to be tagged in first for a short. I'm just not interested now in a short. I really want. This is my point of interest for a short. Then I'm start looking when we tag into this. We created equal. We did not do anything here. We just tagged it, and I'm looking for this area. That is my interest. My point of interest. So I made it take a long up to here, and then I watch what's doing, and then I might be interested in a short after this happens. Then I'm interested in a short. This is for me one of my strongest algorithmic signatures that I use in my analysis. Um, so how would we have, if we go over this trade, how could we have framed the short? If you use breakers or some ICT logic, for me it will be really hard because we have, if I use the break, I could only use order blocks here, but the break of this structure here, let's see, what could we frame on the 3-minute? Time-wise, 324 could be. Up to where? It's just, the moves are too small for me to, this is not a structure that I really trade off, or I feel comfortable with, let me put it that way. We go up 324, we tag the 3 o'clock here. This is a candle without a wick here, up to the midpoint of the N walk here, 353. Time-wise, 324. That will be an hour. That would take me an hour to be in this trade. That is not worth it for me. Let me see how many points. $60 for an hour trade. No, too much risk. And then my risk would be, no, this is just not my environment, guys. I'm just not interested in this. This is the midpoint of the N walk here. 60 points for an hour trade. When you can make 60 points in 10 minutes. What do you guys prefer? We'll wait for the 10-minute trades, right? We'll wait for the 10 minutes. So the break should, Zeno, yes, answered that question already. Zeno, are you still on a short, by the way? Could you share your knowledge and your trade, how you framed it? Because I'm really curious. And your TP and your stop, where you got in. Now, also how I could have also framed the short, by the way. No, definitely. I don't think liquid snake. I probably overcomplicate. No, for me, it does not complicate things. It makes it. I got more insight and more logic in the trades, but I guess it's personal for everyone and different. I don't think I would ever be profitable without ICT. So, um, so also, why if I would have been interested in a short, I could have used these levels as well, right? So we went below it and then we went up into it, but we never went higher than the 150 to 210 macro. So that's also how I use the macro. But I still wasn't interested in this short though. It's just the move is too small. I can't frame a good short because of this N walk here being here. That's my issue. If that makes sense. For me, on the 15-minute, this is still structure, just where we could go back up from, because we're just working our way through this imbalance, and I don't see strict a shift in market structure here. We're just imbalancing out the imbalance, and I'm still, that's for me a very low probability short when you're going into a higher time frame BISI, if that makes sense, because a BISI is just an imbalance where we could bounce off from. So, and especially the midpoint of this imbalance also being the midpoint being in this BISI. So, um, volume is just after the fact. Your volume tells you nothing because it's just after the fact. I mean, I don't use volume. Well, for me it works. I love it, and I think it's for me not very complicated. Well, it's not. No, hold on. I'm going to rephrase that. It took me a lot of studying and backtesting, and then I started seeing things. But I wonder why, if I would have seen other things, if I wouldn't have done ICT, because the more time you spend, the more things you see. But it's hard to tell now because you've got knowledge and you cannot unsee certain things, right? Once you know them. I'm filling the gaps of silver. Oh, your make money is on silver. Good for you. Hey, how far are you in your trillions? How are you, make money online? How are you doing with have you made your first trillion? Are you almost there with silver? You're going to get there faster now. These days I'm making much money from silver. I hope you good luck. Yes, I hope you do well. Don't give it back. Make your money and don't overtrade. Hey, make money online. It starts with a few hundred and compounded interest. You start small and you build from there. Hey, how do you think Elon started? Um, I'm just joking. You know that, right? But I'm happy to hear that you're making money off silver. Um, I'm very much risk off at the moment, guys, because of the market. Um, yeah, and most important, make money online is if you get your process straight, and it doesn't matter if you start with a small amount and you can do it every day, every week, you make money with that same amount, and that money, first it's $10, and then next week it's 20, then it's 50, then it's 100, then it's 1,000. That's it. Yes, protect your capital. Exactly. That's it. Talking about protecting your capital, I need to do some stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna keep an eye on NQ. Good morning. Is 26343. I don't have any entry. I don't have any entry at the moment. Coral Tank. I am not interested in a short because this is for me more of a springboard to the upside. So I would rather wait till I see a proper entry to the upside and just let it trickle down as far as it wants to trickle down. And right now it's at the midpoint of the N walk, so this is an area I would watch. Now, unfortunately, I can't watch because I need to do things. But yeah, I am still eager to go into a little bit of a higher level, and then I would be interested to watch that level and then maybe get back to in a short or something. Look how it's also creating, look how it's setting up, how it's building this whole area here. It's not a convincing short to me in the sense of, oh, I would love to enter this and I'm very excited. Yeah, exactly, company. It's all, and it depends on the person as well. And how you see things. I'm very visual, and some people see an order block very clearly. I don't do order blocks that much. I love breakers and rejection blocks more, and everybody sees something different. And it's all depending on your trading model and how much you put in and how much you go beyond what he teaches. I think that's most important because he just gives you a structure, and it's what you do with it. Because everybody can yell about the OTE levels or about a fair value gap or anything, but there's so much more behind it, and he doesn't share. He has structured it in a way that the lazy people will not cannot make it work. So you really have to study for it to make it work. And we all see things differently, and that's the beauty of it, right? Um, but I'm thankful every day for his teachings. Every day, I think I'm very thankful. What time is it? What time do I have? We're going up. Hey, Alex. Um, are we going up? Let's see how we're going to react at the midpoint here. If we are really going to go above the 4 o'clock. Let's go have a look at the 5 minutes. The midpoint was exactly also 702 level of the OTE level. I noticed on my when I did the OTE quickly. So are you already in a long? Agreed. That's the foundation on which everyone needs to build. You will figure out more so on your own through lots of time. Yes, exactly. And journaling, right? And you see different things. But you need to really put in the energy, the time. It's not like, oh, I'm watch one video and then I'm there and I know the word fair value gap or BPR. Um, so I'm just watching if I can. I'm sort of interested in a long, but I just want to make sure. I don't know if we're going to get the. We have to maybe wait until 6 o'clock for that entry I'm looking for. This is my interest is here, this area here. Then I'm interested in a short. My salmon circle, where are you? Well, anyway, this area. Um, what is the S doing? Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna see midnight today. 2220 on E on NQ. I'm gonna go back to yesterday's Asia. Well, anyway, I need to go, guys. In my long will get crushed. I'm short, Michael. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I think both are. I think everybody has to be careful. Don't be too eager on shorts as well, and don't be careful with longs, especially. Well, just look at the end walk. What's happening? If we go through the end walk fully, then you know you're going to go short. But if it stays above the midpoint, also mind you, we're in ES is in midnight already, and sort of like doesn't want to go lower. Yeah. Okay, guys, I need to do some stuff. I'm gonna go do some stuff and maybe have a nice walk on the beach as well before coming back. I'll see you guys later. I'll post in the Discord if I see anything, or I just share my thoughts. It's not about being right or wrong, but just what I think. Okay, guys, stay safe, be careful, and we'll chat soon again, right? Thank you again, guys. Love you guys. And big news today. Wishing you profitable, good luck, and good trading. Yeah, same for you, company man and Zeno. I wish you luck with your short. I'm sure you have good risk management, and I'll see you guys soon. Hey, and Zeno, feel free to share your 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 trades in the Discord as well. Um, Let me see. By the way, oh, by the way, yes. I just got a message also from someone that there are impersonate people are impersonating me. I mean, it's crazy. I'm this small, and people already are impersonating me and talking to people on Discord. So there was someone in my chat that says, "Hey, someone is talking to me. They're saying they claim to be you. Just be aware. I don't really send messages by myself. If someone sends a message, I answer, but I don't send messages by myself. So, oh, I think the long might be in play anytime soon. But be aware because my name, I don't have any dots or anything. But if you see my name with a dot or a question mark or whatever, it might be a scammer. I'm just, I mean, even like someone like me, I just started my YouTube channel. I'm so small. They already, I mean, really? Okay, interesting. I got a friend request for myself. It's so weird. I'm like, really? So I report them, but I can't keep eye on all of them. But if you see my name with a dot or something else, it's not me. I'm just Irish Life Futures without anything next to it. But hey, I'm already being impersonated, so that means I'm doing something well, right? It's crazy. I'm like, don't you have anything else to do? These scammers, it's crazy stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. So just be aware, it's not me. I have no symbols in my name. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know before you put your money. If you're gonna give me money, don't do it to that one with the points and the dots in the name. Okay, guys, be careful because we're at the midpoint of the end walk. If it's going to be long, it might be from here. Just saying. Love you guys.